lélé. Àdìmọ́ fún Olódùmarè àṣẹ ọ̀rọ̀ bàtà kárí ayé. Kó sí ohun tó lọ́rùn kéré ṣe.
Àdúbà lónìí o, àdúbà lónìí ìrèdè àèrè bàdókò àrèrè àdúbà ojú. Àdúbà lónìí o, àdúbà lónìí ìrèdè àèrè bàdókò àrèrè àdúbà lójú. Àdúbà lónìí o, àdúbà lónìí ìrèdè bàrèrè bàdókò àrèrè àdúbà ojú. Àdúbà lónìí o, àdúbà lónìí ìrèdè bàrèrè bàdókò àrèrè àdúbà ojú. Ayé o, ayé, 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 ayé. Babaláwo mọ̀ ṣe ìta o, àwo ayé o. Ayé o, ayé, 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 ayé. Babaláwo mọ̀ ṣe ìta o, àwo ayé o. Ayé o, ayé, 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 ayé. Babaláwo mọ̀ ṣe ìta o, àwo ayé o. Ayé o, ayé, 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 ayé. Babaláwo mọ̀ ṣe ìta o, àwo ayé o. Babaláwo lóye, babaláwo lóye, kápórí kádùrú. Mama Diu, yeah. Diva bagu mingarau, Nengo Ifa Isa, Majo Tapao Isa, Mama Diu, yeah. Diva bagu mingarau, Majo Tapani, Wajo Ifa Isa. Majo tapa o aisa mama diu yeah. Before bagu mingara o majo tapa ni wajo ifa aisa majo tapa o aisa mama diu yeah. Before bagu mingara o majo tapa ni wajo ifa aisa majo tapa o aisa mama diu yeah. Biva bagu mingara u majo tapa ni wajo ifa aisa majo tapa o aisa mama diu yeah. Alaje mami wesu, alaje mami wesu, eji obe mamo ifa, alaje mami wesu, yekun meji ọjà mi fa, alaje mami wesu, yori meji ọgbà ni fa, alaje mami wesu, odi meji ọgbà ni fa, alaje mami wesu. Iroso méjì ó bá ní fa ṣubú aládé màmí wèsù. Ọ̀wọ́rin méjì ó bá ní fa ṣubú aládé màmí wèsù. Ọ̀bára méjì ó bá ní fa ṣubú aládé màmí wèsù. Ọ̀kànrà méjì ó bá ní fa ṣubú aládé màmí wèsù. Ọ̀wúndà méjì ó bá ní fa ṣubú aládé màmí wèsù. Osa méjì ó bá nífà òdúdú aládé màmí wèsù. Ìka méjì bá nífà dúdú aládé màmí wèsù. Ọ̀tọ̀pọ̀ méjì ó bá nífà òdúdú aládé màmí wèsù. Ọ̀tọ̀ méjì ó bá nífà dúdú aládé màmí wèsù. Ìrètè méjì ó bá nífà òdúdú aládé màmí wèsù. Use méjì ó bá ní fa ṣubú aládé màmí wèsù. Òfun méjì èèpà ó bá ní fa ṣubú aládé màmí wèsù. Ọ̀gbọ́n dáṣe ó bá ní fa ṣubú aládé màmí wèsù. Òtún àrùn ahùn méjì ó bá ní fa ṣubú aládé màmí wèsù. Ìrosùn méjì ó bá ní fa ṣubú aládé màmí wèsù. Twa o banifa zuzu aládé màmí wèsù. Olóko méjì ó banifa zuzu aládé màmí wèsù. Ìrosùn méjì ó banifa zuzu aládé màmí wèsù. Bóbodù banifa zuzu aládé màmí wèsù. Ọ̀sẹ̀ tú àwọn banifa zuzu aládé màmí wèsù. Epa òrìṣà o, òrìṣà epa, Ifa epa o, Ifa epa o. Greetings to all of the Imamole that are with us today. Greetings to everyone that's joined us here today. We welcome you in the name of Ifa, our great Orisha, the one that is our guide, the one that has sent us on our mission here on earth. We've all come here to this earth with a mission. We all have a powerful destiny that we are here to engage with. And in order for us to achieve our destiny, it's through Omila Ifa that guides us so that we can be able to reach the mark that we've been put toward. And so We come together to honor Ifa for, in fact, guiding us, because we can't do it without his guidance. So we first pay homage to Olodumare, the Almighty Creator, Ibasheu. We pay homage to Omila, Ibashe. We pay homage to Eshu, Ibashe. We pay homage to Oshun. We pay homage to all of the Odisha. We pay homage to our mothers. We pay homage to our fathers. We pay homage to our teachers. We pay homage to all of the ancestors. It's through all these divine forces that we are who we are. They surround us, they bless us, they fortify us. And so we first acknowledge them, acknowledge their spirit. To pay homage to them is to download their energy, to be amongst us. And so we honor all of these forces today. Iba to 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 to. Today is Osheifa. And so today we are here to focus on Orunmila, the Orisha Orunmila. Now, we often will hear the word Ifa and Orunmila used interchangeably, but Orunmila is the name of the Orisha, and Ifa is the system that Orunmila uses to bring about blessings and healing for all of us as a people. So Orunmila is the Orisha that uses the system of Ifa. And Orunmila is a long word, so because of that, a lot of times we just use the word Ifa to refer to Orunmila in short form as a nickname. But the name of the Orisha is Orunmila. And often we talk about what Orunmila is. We talk about what the system of Ifa is. And today, I like to focus on how. How do we use Ifa for our blessings? How do we use Ifa for our transformation? Because we've all come to this earth to achieve a powerful goal, a powerful destiny. And just by trying to do good, by trying to achieve our destiny, we are always going to be met with opposition. That's the balance of the universe. You have day and night, you have hot and cold, you have the sun and the moon. The universe is always made up of balance, push and pull. It's this balance is that what actually makes things go. And so it's not enough for us to just try to be good people. It's not enough for us to just work toward our goals and dreams, because there's going to be something that's trying to block that from happening. So we need tools to be able to get through the blockage so that we can experience life on the fullest level. And Orunmila has been given to us from the Almighty Creator, Olodumare, to be a tool for us to be able to reach our powerful destiny. And today, I want us to really go through in depth what are the tools that Ifa has for us to offer. And I'll never forget the first time that I saw an altar in somebody's house. I didn't grow up in Ifa and Orisha tradition, so altars and things like that were something that's completely foreign to me. Never had seen an altar. And I went to visit one of my friends, and his family is from Cuba. And so, culturally, Cuba has a very close connection to African spirituality as a whole. And this great friend of mine, Pablo, his family had a close connection. Now, they weren't initiated, but they just had a connection to their African ancestors. So they had a designated place in their home that was where they prayed, where they gave offerings to their ancestors. And basically it was a space in their home that said, no matter what's happening in the rest of the home, this area is going to be spiritual. And I said, wow, that's really powerful, because I know you can have a place in your home that you cook in, you can have a place in your home that you eat in, you have a place at home that you use the bathroom in. But I never thought of having a place in my home that's designated to be spiritual in. And so it was a really just seeing that altar really made me really think, well, okay, I guess spirituality is it's something that's important. It's something to really save space for and regard as something special. Definitely before that kind of used and thought of spirituality as something that you needed when you was in trouble. But I never thought about using it when you're not in trouble. So that was the thing that sparked my mind to really start to go deeper and to look more at African spirituality. And that image always stuck with me. And as I began diving deeper into Ifa and Orisha, one of the things that stood out the most is that everybody's home I went to, they had this designated space, that everyone's home had an altar. And so, me in the beginning of my spiritual journey, that really stood out to me. And I didn't have an altar, so I definitely noticed like, well, dang, well, what am I doing if I don't have a designated space to pray and be spiritual in? Then I guess I'm pretty off of what I'm supposed to be doing, because everyone's not initiated. Everyone doesn't have the beads, but everyone had an altar. And so I grew up in Oakland, California. And so, next to Oakland is Berkeley. So Berkeley is one of the renowned places for where hippies, I don't know if they originated there, but that's their Mecca. Like hippies just come in droves. You see people just walking barefoot with bohemian clothes and this and that. You be thinking, this person's looking homeless. But in fact, they be rich. This is just the lifestyle they chose. And you be like, dang. But they have altars too. So I'm like, dang, everyone's on this altar thing, man. I gotta get hip to it. And so so that was the first step, was building an altar in my house. I'm like, okay, I'm getting spiritual. I'm gonna have an altar. So I didn't have any teachers. So I'm just like, I would go to people's houses. This is what now I'm mixing around more cultural people. So I go to their house, you sit down, you're like, oh, it's a nice house. And you just start look over the altar like, what's on that thing? What did they do? What did they put on that? So I said, they always had a cloth on it. So I'm gonna start with a cloth. So I put the cloth down. And then I noticed, sometimes people have flowers. So I put flowers, and then, they had water. So I put water down. Not knowing, but then I said, okay, now I have this altar. I guess I should use it. So I should pray. So I started praying every day. And that was really unique because I grew up definitely in a household that believed in God, but we didn't have a spiritual structure of what's what we do on Sunday, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we prayed, but we didn't pray like every day. So I started praying every day at this designated place. And then I started burning incense. I started people burning incense and having a candle. So I just started doing those things. And just having a sacred space in my home started bringing some changes to my life, because just having a place that I could feel that there was an energy over there, So it's like I would walk by and I would feel like, wow, it's a vibe. Or my mind will reflect on the last time I was there praying. And so that started, me to really just started that spiritual journey, and, many different things followed after that. But to this day, to me, that's one of the most profound things. And having an altar in your home means first and foremost that your home is a place for prayer. That it's a place to sleep, it's a place to eat, it's a place to do all these things. But everyone's home is a place for prayer. And when we think about the system of Ifa, we want to understand, when we talk about how to use Ifa, again, Ifa is, when we're using this term, we're referring to the system that Orunmila used and that taught people to use. So when we talk about Ifa today, we're talking about a system. So this system of Ifa, how do we use it in order for us to experience our transformation? And I want us to know, first and foremost, that Ifa is going to teach us how to make our home a house of prayer. And by our home being a house of prayer, then that means that this is a dwelling of blessings, because we only pray for blessings. So now our home becomes a place of blessings, a place to generate blessings, a place to experience blessings. So Ifa helps us to understand how to make our home a place of blessings. And so that's very fundamental in when we talk about how do we use Ifa. Meaning if we could be doing all these things that we'll be talking about later, but just to reference them, we could be getting readings and we could be doing their bowls and giving offerings and having beads and this, that. But if we're doing all those things and our home is not a place for prayer, then we haven't done anything yet. Now, for someone that's been doing this for a long time, even someone that's maybe already cultural, spiritual, that may seem like, oh, yeah, of course. But if you come from a system where there's a church and a preacher or a mosque and an imam there or whatever system, and you go there to pray, that there is where the altar is, that there is where you go for your blessings, then that's a major shift to say, no, my home is the place for prayer. My home is the place of blessings. And I want everyone to know that that fundamentally is what Ifa is all about. Now, yes, people can be in other spiritual systems and still have a place in their home. Yes, they may have even a place in their home that they pray but it's different when you perceive your spiritual blessings to come from a place like a church or a temple. In Ifa, we don't have that paradigm. Our home is the temple. There's no other place that we go to get the blessings. There is no other place. There is no other place. That's why you have people practicing Ifa and Orisha in all of these places, let's say just in the United States. But where's the temple that a whole group of people go to? And that's not because we lack of anything. It's because our concept of spirituality is based in the home. It's based in the home. So when we are talking about using Ifa as a system for our transformation, for our well-being, for our spiritual health, then we first must always consider our home to be the root of it. Now, like my Baba said, a chair is still a chair, even if no one's sitting there. You know what I'm saying? A room is still a room, even if there's no one there. Right? This is powerful Proverbs. That was some Proverbs. A chair is still a chair. You ever thought about that? If no one is sitting there. A room is still a room, even if there's no one there. But a house is not a home if there's no love there. But I would add to that a house is not a home if there's no prayer there. A house is not a home if there's no prayer there. So when we say make your home the spiritual root for your life, how do we do that? Because everything today we're talking about is we do that through prayer. You have to pray. Now, people pray in their home. People with no religion can pray in their home. But Ifa, Orisha people are going to have a designated place. And that place is, no matter what, it could be, that area could just be this big, but it's going to be that little area is where you go. And we save space for that spiritual energy. And that spiritual energy will be amongst, will conjure, will live, will know. When they call me, I'm going to come to that place. Now there's levels to it, but that is the beginning, that we must know that our spiritual practice of Ifa says that we must make our home the root. With that said, that means that we are the root. So there's not a concept that there's a preacher and we go to the preacher and the preacher prays for us. There's a preacher and we go to the preacher and the preacher brings the blessings for us. There's no concept that the blessings are from an external source. There's no temple that if we go to that temple, that's where we go for our blessings. No, our temple is the home. There's no preacher. We are the preacher. We are the imam. Every individual, whether you've been initiated or not, you are the source. And that everything we do with Ifa, with the Odisha, with Orumila, is to empower us. Everything we do with these external forces is to empower us. So that's a revolutionary idea. That changes everything. You are the source? Wow. It's not, oh man, I'm only going to get good in blessings and good things in my life if I can, the preacher can pray for me or the person can pray over me or whatever it is, the terminology is. But that it begins when I pray over me. Wow. And with that comes a lot of accountability, because that means that we can't blame anybody else. We can't look to anybody else. We can't need it from anybody else. That means that everything we need, if we don't have it, is because of us. And that's so powerful. That is so powerful. And if anyone practices Ifa and Orisha, that is one of the most important things that we have to gain from this consciousness, that we are our blessing and we are our block. We are our blessing and we are our block. So that means that the things that we do not have in our life, it's not to say that there aren't external things that are keeping us from achieving it or having it or experiencing it. Although there will always be external forces, because we started off this conversation by saying that Orumila is here to help us to get through the blocks that are blocking us from our destiny, because the universe is made up of a balance of good and non-good. There's this balance. So there's external forces that are trying to block us, but the first blockage is going to come from inside. So every goal that we have, we first want to examine what things within me are keeping me from achieving that goal. And that may seem difficult, that may seem heart-wrenching, but it's actually powerful, because we can't control anything else besides this. So then now we're not going to be a victim to anything. We are going to say, I have the opportunity to change what's going on inside, and it's going to make everything different that I experience outside. When I change what's inside, then it's going to make everything that I experience different on the outside. And it's not the opposite. It's not, oh, if I just need to get the blessings from the preacher, even if people have the perspective that it's the Babalawo that's bringing the blessings. It's the Iyanifa that's bringing the blessings. No. It's from the inside. So, Ifa gives us this powerful concept that we are the root of our blessings, and this altar is the place, let's call it the seat where the steering wheel is, where we get to drive our boat, our car, our plane to our destination, okay? So whenever we are practicing Ifa and Orisha, I want us all, when we talk about how to use the system for our transformation, I want us all to always start with having a spiritual place in our home. Our spiritual place in our home. And what's the purpose of it? It's not to look cute. It is for us to have a place that we go to work on us. Because I've definitely used my shower as my, spiritual place where I'm in the shower and I'm like, yeah, man, the water's, and I start having the visions but it's still not designated. I could use that area, but it's not designated. So our area, that's where the altar is, and you could be blessed to have a whole room that this is my spiritual room. This is where I'm going to go to work on me. And when we start working on us and we really start confronting the things that are blocking us, which is dealing with our mindset, which is dealing with our the spiritual energies that are within us, and so many things. The most ironic thing is that when we are working on, let's say I'm working on me, when you're working on you, you start realizing it's a lot of things in here. It's not just one person I'm working on. It's a lot of people in there. It's a lot of spirits in there. It's a whole community in here. So that's makes it a little bit harder. It's not like you got to just get one person together in there, and now once that one person's acting right, yeah, everything's straight. But soon then this other person, you're like, oh, who is you? I didn't even know you. Then another, I didn't know you. Oh, I didn't know you. And then it's like, oh my gosh. But we have to get them all working together. They all working together. Now they are all in here with the purpose of getting us again to the final destination, which is our destiny. Well, we've been put on earth to do. So they're not here to work against us. But if something is not organized, it just becomes disorganized. So if you ever had a yard and you didn't cut the grass, other stuff's gonna grow in the grass. If you have a house and you traveled and you didn't get a chance to clean up and you come back and your house it's gonna be the same way you left it when you left. If you left it organized, it's gonna be organized. If you left it unorganized, it's gonna be unorganized and it's gonna be worse, depending on how long you left it. So if we're not working on it, it's not being worked on. So those forces that are within us, if we're not working on those forces, then they're going to just control because they're not being organized. It's not about even controlling them, but it's just organizing them. So when we talk about how do we use Ifa for our transformation, our blessings, one of the ways that we have to use Ifa is to organize the spiritual energies that are within us. And then Ifa is going to also give us advice and guidance on how to organize the spiritual forces outside of us. Okay? That's how we use Ifa. It's very important. So we're going down the line. And the first thing that we first are acknowledging is that it all begins here. Now this here, I'm pointing to this part of my body, but the real place, if we are going to point to where it begins, is here, our Ori, and here. These two places work together. This is one part of our Ori. This is another part of our Ori. These places work together. That's why that term, someone have a gut instinct or a gut feeling, or because this area, the gut, I don't know if the gut's here, but somewhere in here it feels. It feels. The heart feels too, but the gut feels first. So the gut and then your Ori, which is not just this part of my head, I'm just kind of pointing to this area of my body. This is when we talk about working on you, this is the first beginning of the you. It's here. So this term is the Ori. Everyone say Ori. So when we use the word Ori, we're thinking it's one thing, but it's not one thing. And it's even more than this, but just for foundational understanding. So one more time, everyone say Ori. Ori. When we talk about Ori, we're talking about something that is multiple locations, but we're referring to the spirit that is within inside of us. And that all of our blessings come from the spirit that's within inside of us. And that when we work with the Orisha, our ancestors, We work with every element that's outside of us. It's not working on us, it's working with us. Okay? So, we talk about Ifa, we're talking about a system. This system is used to help us to achieve our destiny. The way the system helps us achieve our destiny is working on the spirit that's within us. How do we work on the spirit within us? We first of all got to talk to it. We have to organize it. We have to have a constant communication with the spirit within us so that we can be able to really, organize what's going on. Okay. In order for us to talk to that spirit, there can be blocks as well. So we have to engage in certain spiritual practices that unblock the communication from ourself to ourself. Because we can't be our worst enemy. That phrase is real. So anytime we are our worst enemies because there's blockages, because there's other forces, there's other thoughts that aren't our thoughts that have been implanted into us by people, society. So there's a purification of the Ori, there's a purification of the self that's necessary that Ifa helps us to wield and to understand. So when we're working with ourselves, we need an altar. That altar is like a mirror. That mirror helps to shine back our energy so that as we project it, it comes back. But it doesn't shine back like the way a mirror reflects like this directly. It shines back as a circle that then enters our Ori, and then through our gut, it goes out into the altar, then it enters our Ori, and it goes like that. Okay? Just a circle. It's very powerful. The altar also, if it's not worked with, tended to, dealt with, it's going to just fall apart also. So everything requires constant organization. And that concept of constant organization is another term that's so important that Ifa deals with, that it's important for us all to engage in, and that is alignment. The process of aligning is the process of organizing. Organizing things is what brings about alignment. And so we're constantly organizing things in our life so that we can align. And the concept of alignment, the idea of alignment is that when things are in a line, they are able to reach its destination with the most power, the most strength. When things have to travel and they have to move like this, then it's not as direct as just a straight line. So when we are aligning things, we're organizing things so that the energy can move in a straight line. And a straight line is the quickest way to go from one place to another. In addition to it being it's the most powerful direction, a straight line. Aligning is organizing. We have to organize. Everything in our life has to be organized. If it's not organized, it's unorganized. So it's like, you have every aspect of our life, our mind, body, and soul. Those are the three components that are most important. So our mind has to be organized, our body has to be organized, and our soul has to be organized. Those things are the most important aspects. And then they all have to work together. So the mind has to be organized in its own place and has to be organized with the body and with the soul. Because if the body is fighting the mind, that's when you have dis-ease. When the soul is fighting the body, that's when you have dis-ease. When the soul is fighting the mind, that's when you have dis-ease. So we have to address each aspect compartmentally and then organize it all together. And this is a major task, but Olodumare, the Almighty Creator, didn't put us on earth to face this task alone. Olodumare gave us the Orunmila, the Orisha of alignment, the Orisha of divination. And it's through divination that Orumila is able to address these aspects of who we are, these aspects of what is happening outside of us, and it's helping us to be able to come together to know, okay, these are the things you need to pay attention to, and then our homework is then to communicate to these forces, to work together with these forces, to organize these forces, these components of our life in order for us to experience the transformation that we're seeking, that we need, okay? So Orunmila is the Orisha of divination. Divination, and he uses 256 possible ways to organize our life. And that's why our organization is called 256. 200 is referring to the 256 ways Orunmila heals us. He uses 256 possible ways to go about our healing. And our ancestors learned from Orunmila when Orunmila was on earth. And the art form that Orunmila used was passed down from person to person to person to person. And it's so powerful because even in this modern time of the internet, Google, AI, is still, that information is still kept secret where you cannot find it even on the internet. And that's what's so powerful. And even that's why the Spirit brought to me to do these free sessions so that we could have access to this information, because otherwise, where are you going to find it? It's not in a book. It's not in anywhere. Any books that are written about Ifa usually are written under the premise that the person already knows these things. So that's why these sessions are so important, because this information is what we're going to use to bring about the blessings in our life. Now, this used to be something that was known it was a part of living, a part of life. But certain people, certain organizations felt that, man, if these people know this stuff, they're going to be too powerful. So we have to make this information demonized. We have to make this information hidden from the very people that have been using it for tens of thousands of years. So it's so important that we understand that we're doing this not just because it's cool, because we benefit from it, but we are righting a wrong that's been happening towards us to keep us back. And that by doing this, by helping yourself, you're also reclaiming something that systematically was made for us to not just not know about it, but to instinctively think it's bad. Instinctively. Meaning everyone that's here now, everyone that's watching, if you tell certain people in your family you're doing this, they not gonna mess with you, and they your own family. No matter where you live in the world. So anything that's been that systematically organized against us, that means we have to have the same level of organization to undo it and to utilize it for our benefit. And for people that live in the United States or anyone that's seen the dollar, it's so amazing because we've been taught, okay, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. And then on the dollar, you see a pyramid. You say, I thought it was bad. So why is it a pyramid on the dollar, but this African thing that we're doing is bad? And it's because you're not supposed to look at that part. Don't look at that part. Don't look at that part. They don't have any other answer. Just don't look at that. Just don't look at that. Don't look at that. So I commend everyone that's here. I commend everyone that's engaged in this, because what you're doing is for your benefit, because we started with all of our success, our blessings is all going to start with us, but it's even for something even greater. It's for our ancestors to continue what they started. It's for the next generation, our children and our children of the community that are coming up that need this as the primary way of thinking. This is my son here. He never heard of Santa Claus until he started being around other people. And he was like, what is that? He used to come back and say, what's Santa Claus? And I'd be like, I don't know. So just stay like me and you're gonna be fine. So, and not to say that Santa Claus is bad, but it's just not our culture. The point is that we need to be inundated with our cultural framework, our cultural understanding, our cultural way of organizing, our cultural way of connecting to ourselves. Because look, the premise of Santa Claus is, again, putting the blessings outside of ourselves. So it's not saying that you worked hard and that you got these things and then now you get to enjoy. It's saying, no, someone else did it. And that's the biggest thing too. Anytime your power, your blessings are outside of you, then you don't have the chance to control it and make a change in your life. So that's the system that you're going to see being used over and over and over again. But when it's inside of you, then you have the ability to look at it, address it, and then transform it. And that's what Ifa is all about. And whenever we talk about Ifa, whenever we are doing Ifa, we have to always understand this premise that Ifa is here to work with us. Then this concept then applies to everything we do in life, whether it's business, whether it's our family, whatever thing that we want that we don't have, we first have to start, well, what am I doing that's not allowing this to happen? Whatever it is. That's not, again, to say that there aren't external forces, but if there's an external force that's doing a great job, but we still have some stuff that we have to work on, it's not going to happen still. So it's about the order of operations. And Ifa is helping us to look at ourselves. It's helping us to understand ourselves. And by understanding ourselves, then we can understand everything else. That concept as is above is below. That it's whatever's organized here, now I can organize what's on the outside of me. So it's so powerful. Now, when we take this concept that the blessings are within us, now we start to wield those blessings. So then something that you're going to experience today, that you're going to experience with Ifa over and over and over again, is Ifa is going to say, okay, we need to bring about some blessings. Pray. 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 So then it's like, I came all the way from here so you could pray for me. Why I got to pray? You got the blessings. I was working with this person and we were doing a spiritual bath. And I said, okay, you have to use the spiritual bath to bring about your blessings. And they said, I'm dirty. I can't use the spiritual bath to bless me. That's why I came to you. I said, yeah, you got a point, but you're wrong. I make you clean. Now you can bathe. No, I'm joking. So it starts here. So whenever you're prompted to pray, it's because we are acknowledging that none of this is going to happen if you don't start it happening. If you don't push that momentum, none of this is going to happen. None of this is going to happen. And so it's so important that when we get our readings, and I have to say that it's so important that we save our money and that we get an Ifa divination. Now, when I do divination for people, I include the money for the investment and it includes the spiritual work. But everyone doesn't do that at all. That's just my approach because I realized people were doing the reading and not doing the spiritual work because they'd be so full from the information from the reading. But everything that is talked about in the reading is only going to happen if you follow through with the spiritual work. So I was trying, because Spirit brought me into this to help people. So then I'm doing readings for people and they're not coming back to do the second part. They're not coming back to do the second part. So then I realized, dang, I'm not helping anybody. So if anyone does divination with me, it's going to be the reading and the spiritual work put together. That's my own personal system. But I say that to say, if you go to get a reading with anybody else, don't do the reading if you don't have the money for the spiritual work that goes after. That's very important because everything that happened in that reading is not going, that was spoken about in that reading is not going to happen. So it's like someone feeling, they have a headache and they I got to walk to the store to get some Tylenol or Advil. They walk all the way to the store and then, I Man, my head's hurting, but I just went to the store to get this Tylenol. Okay, how much? Just give me one packet where just two coming. That's all I need is one packet. You give me one packet. All right, I got my packet. I walk back home. Ooh, I take the packet, I put it on the table, and I say, all right, this headache should go away by now. No, you have to take the medicine. You have to take the medicine. The spiritual work is the medicine. So anytime you are doing your spiritual, you get the reading where, again, all these things are going to be talked about that we talked about. Make sure you follow through with the spiritual work. Now, what's so powerful about Ifa approach, and again, we're talking about how to use Ifa. Everything today is about how to use Ifa. What's so powerful about the reading is that the reading is going to talk about all these things. And let's say we go to a owl, which is Babalawo or Yanifa, and we go to them to get a reading, but we have a specific goal in mind. We are trying to, let's say, get move to a new house, and so I'm going to get a reading so that the reading can open the way and it can help this to come about. Even though we went to ask about the house that we're seeking, if I might talk about this, that, and the third, as they say, this, that, and the third, and none of it actually had the word house in it. And so he said, dang, I don't think this thing is working because somehow nothing that I needed to know in the reading was talked about. But we all have to understand, and what Ifa wants us to know is that there are so many things surrounding what we are trying to achieve that, again, if those things aren't organized, it's not going to happen. There are so many things surrounding what we're trying to achieve that if those things aren't organized, it's not going to happen. So when we're utilizing the information from our reading, we want to take everything that's spoken about in the reading and treat it like a script that we use when we go to pray at that altar we talked about before. It's a script. Ifa is giving you a script. Ifa is saying, you're in the play. And right now, you don't have no lines. You just sitting on the stage and everyone is watching. And you feel like this is a bad show. And you're right, it's a bad show because we are not engaging in making it a better show. So he said, let me give them a script. They don't even have to improv. Let me give you a script. You just read the script, read your lines that I wrote personally, and it's going to be a great show. So when we go for reading, it's giving us the script. This is what we're going to read. If you read this, the show is going to be a great show. So that's how you use all that information that's spoken to you during an Ifa divination. You take this, you either write it down or you go to your altar and then you pray about all of this. Why? First and foremost, because the blessings are going to come from within us. So we have to participate in that way. We have to participate. Now, I understand. I've been doing Ifa for a long time. And so many of us want to observe and feel like if I'm watching the spiritual work being done, if I'm there, my spirit is helping it to manifest and happen. But it doesn't work like that. What makes the spiritual work manifest and happen is when you sit in your home at your altar and when you pray about it. It's not by observing someone else pray for you. That's so important to understand. It's not by just being present and observing someone do something for you. Your presence makes that thing happen better. Because, has anybody ever got their hair done before? Did you do anything to make the hairdresser all of a sudden know how to do this stuff to make your hair come out right? No. Your presence is not making the hairdresser do a better job. The hairdresser, the barber is doing it because he's using their expertise to work on your hair. Then it comes out a certain way. So if anything, they'll be talking to you about your life, but they're not going to ask you about how to do your hair. So what you been up to? Oh, really? But they're not saying, so should I curl this in this way? No. Why? Because you came to them because they know how to do hair. Same people like maybe have a car, they take it to the mechanic. The mechanic's not going to say, yeah, I need you to stay here to make sure this car comes out correctly. No. The mechanic's going to say, come back home Friday. The same thing when you go to a priest or a priestess. When you go to them, they only need you to go home and read your script. And let them do what they've been trained for years and years and years to do. And that is how our blessings. But if we stay there and watch them do all the prayers and stuff, and then we don't go home and we don't read the script, the show's going to still not be a great show. Why? Because we said in the beginning, everything that we're seeking, it starts with us. I need a new job. Well, I got to be new job ready. I need a new relationship. I need to be new relationship ready. I want to have the blessings of a child, and I need to have the blessings of the child ready. Whatever it is, we got to be ready. Because the universe is so powerful that the universe can give you a blessing that you're not ready for, and it's not going to last too long. That blessing will not last too long. So that's why it always comes back to us, working on our. And so Rumi's there to help us work on us. How does he do that? He does this by instructing us on how we should pray. That's what when I say script is what we should pray about. And by praying about these things, we're organizing these things that are in our life, surrounding what our goal is, so that then when it's time to get that goal, to go after that goal, it is something that everything is organized to get there. You ever try to cook and you're like, man, I got this food, I got this in mind. When I get home, I'm about to cook this food. And then you get home, you realize all the dishes are dirty. All the seasonings are all over the place because I just left. I didn't get a chance to organize the kitchen before I left. You can't even cook. But what you have to do first, wash the dishes, put the things away. Now I can cook. So that's what we're doing. We are organizing things by praying. When we pray, Ifa wants us to pray out loud because we're speaking to a universe that is alive, alert, and enthusiastic and listening. So we pray not by saying something silently in our head, but we pray by speaking out loud. It doesn't have to be loud. It could be a whisper. It could be a whisper, but it has to come out. Once it comes out of our mouth, it's existing within the universe. It's actually existing in the universe. So we say what it is that we want to see manifest by saying it. We're not saying, please, divine, almighty creator that's greater than me, and I need you to do this for me. No. We say, creator, this is a part of my destiny. Thank you for manifesting it. You say thank you because you know the creator's going to do it. But when you say, I don't know, I just hope and pray that you do it. The creator's like, well, I hope and pray you do it too. That makes two of us. So you command the presence by saying, thank you, creator, for blessing me. I'm seeking this new job. I'm looking for this new opportunity. Thank you for bringing this blessing to me. As I stand up and I go forward the rest of my day, I know that you are actively making this to become reality. And then you go about your day knowing that it happened. Okay? What's so powerful about this script is that when we do a divination, we do a reading, and then the script is generated, which is the messages from the reading. That script is for you to go home and read, and that script is the same script that priest, that Babalawo or Yanifa is going to read also when they pray for you. So now you have these two powerful people praying, saying the same lines in the same play. And now you have surround sound. And this coordinated prayer is what brings about this powerful blessing. Again, organized, something organized, the organized prayer. brings about this blessing. Okay? So that's the power of the reading. Then we said the reading only transpires when the spiritual work is completed. That spiritual work is now all the concepts from the reading, they all have a physical representation. It may be represented in a type of herb, be represented in a type of fruit, in a type of plant, in a type of article of clothing. Whatever was talked about in the reading has these physical representations. So we gather those physical representations and we take them to the universe, or we take them to an Orisha, and we say, this is what was talked about in the reading. These are the things, and I put them before you. Meaning these are the physical representations of the things that we talked about. I'm giving it to you so that you, powerful Orisha, can now work on it. By working on it, it's going to be working on you. So what's so powerful about the Ifa system is that you have you working on you, and then you have these external forces working on you. And then the Creator is working on you. Your ancestors are working on you. So now all these forces are working with you as you're working with yourself. And that's what helps to generate these powerful, powerful blessings. This is our system. This is a system of Ifa. This is a system, meaning it's not required any belief. This is not based on how much you believe in it. That's why you'll see someone and they say that, they put a curse on somebody else, and that person didn't even know about the curse. And that person's having all these troubles in their life, not because they were present when their presence when they did the curse was there, or not because they believed in the curse, but because this is a spiritual system that when someone wants to do something, they can engage in the system for that thing to happen. So just like someone could curse someone for bad, you could curse someone for good. You could curse yourself for good. You could put a curse in yourself that's great things are going to happen. And it's going to happen because you use the system to make that thing happen. Okay? So this is a powerful tool that the Creator has given to us for our transformation, for our blessings. And, we often talk about what Ifa is. Well, what is Ifa? But today I really wanted us to talk about how do we use Ifa. And this is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just a portion of it. But this is, I would say, the most important foundational portion. Everything that we're talking about is Orunmila utilizing the universe to make the blessings manifest. So then there's a whole additional portion where the universe, where Orunmila is going to use the Orisha, which are not the forces of the universe, but the Orisha are the forces of nature. The wind, the ocean, fire, earth, the trees, the herbs, using these forces of nature to support us as well. So when Orunmila is working, the Babalawo Yanifa are working, they're engaging with the universe, and then they're going to also engage with the Orisha. So that is why when you do a reading, and then we do the spiritual work, which is called the Ebo also has a portion where we can do what's called Bibo, we can also give offerings to the Orisha, so that the Orisha can also support what we're doing. So you see how it's so many tiers. So let's use the term meditation, that when you get your script, you go to your altar, you go to pray, let's just say we're meditating. We're meditating about what it is we are trying to achieve, that we want to achieve. So you have that going on. Then you also have the Babalawo Yanifa that's doing the Ebo, which is the spiritual work, where this powerful priest is praying using the same script that you're using. Then, just to clarify, when we do the Ebo, we're not working with an Orisha, we're working with the universe. This powerful, amazing energy that surrounds everything. So we're engaging in the universe. And then on top of that, then we can then also go to the Orisha, the forces of nature, and ask them to then support what we're doing as well. And we're also going to be praying to our ancestors, our actual blood family that's transitioned, And we're praying to the Almighty Creator, the one that created all of this. What a powerful resource that's been given to us. Powerful resource that's been given to us. This is the system of Ifa that Orunmila uses. Orunmila is the Orisha. He uses the system of Ifa. People often call Ifa Orunmila because in African culture, people are often refer to by an attribute of the person. So if someone is skinny, they're like, yo, that's my skinny partner. Someone is big, like, yo, that's my big man. Someone is the doctor, that's the doctor. All these people have names. Orunmila, that's his name. But he does Ifa, so he uses the system of Ifa. So we're going to use the system of Ifa. And we're going to give offerings to the powerful Orisha of Ifa today. So if you guys that are here, we have kola nut. That's Orunmila's favorite offering. So we're gonna give offerings if people want to participate. For people that are watching us virtually, we're gonna put a link for you to be able to sign up and register for the offerings of Obi, okay? And so we're gonna give offerings to Ifa. The first thing we're gonna do is pray. When we pray, what should we pray about? There are some 5 basic things that Ifa teaches us to always pray about, which is a whole nother conversation, but just to say, you should always pray about your health, your wealth, your relationship, your children or the children that's in your family, or both, and pray to be victorious over all obstacles. Then you're also going to pray about whatever goals that you have in your life. This prayer should be as short as possible, because when we're praying, we want to summon the energy quickly and release it quickly. It's like pulling the bow and arrow, and you pull it back and then you let it go. But if we pull it back, it loses the tension, and then it just kind of it fizzles out. So you want to pray as quickly as possible. Doesn't mean that you say your words fast, but it means that you just get to the point. And then we're going to give that offering to Orunmila at our altar. Like we said, when we go to pray, we're going to pray, the energy is going to go out and it's going to come back in. When it comes back in, when we're praying, when one person's praying for a group of people, it's going out from the one person, from that priest or priestess, and then, but the energy is going to go back out to all the people that are engaged in the prayer in that moment. Okay? So sign up for that offering. Another thing is that I do divination. So anytime people need Ifa divination, we'll put a link in the chat, and you guys that's here, you always can contact me to do Ifa divination as well. It's a very powerful system. It's one of the most powerful systems of Ifa. I mean, it's one of the most powerful systems of divination in the world because of this 256 system that Ifa uses, which ironically is the same 256 system that's used within computers and within the most highest mathematical equations. So anyone needs a reading, you always can, I'm always a resource. But anyone that you trust, you can go to anyone, but I'm here. Also, we have a online community, a school community where we talk about these concepts every day. I post different concepts about Ifa and Orisha. We'll put a link to the community in our chat as well. And if you guys are interested in the online community, let me know. I'll give you the link. Okay. And she was part of it already. And you know, we come to these sessions to learn things that we apply into our life. So when we pass out this offering, immediately reflect on what you've learned today and try to think, even if it's just things that just came to your mind from today's session, go ahead and speak those things into your offering. If you're doing this virtually, you're going to speak it out loud. Excuse me. If you have a spiritual space like an altar, then you're going to speak these things at your altar, okay? But you guys are here, you're going to be with the altar, all right? So, before we pray, we always can just go and pray, but it's really great to purify yourself before we pray. Because when we purify ourselves, we are releasing any negative energy, any negative force, any negativity that has tried to cling to us while we were just living our life. So we will take a spiritual bath. So people that signed up, We instructed what the herbs were for the spiritual bath. You're going to take those herbs, you're going to have some type of container of water, and you're going to mix them together. And for people that's here, we're going to make the bath for everyone. You're going to bath yourself by taking the tonic mixture, and you're going to rub it on any parts of your skin that are free, starting with your feet, and then you're going to just go up your body all the way to your head, all right? So that way when we go to pray, that way when we go to give our offerings, we have shed negativity, we've shed anything that's holding us back. So that, again, there's blockages that are external. So it's not to say that any blockage we're experiencing in life is just internal. There are external blockages, and Ifa's system is always working to remove those external blockages while we manifest and remove the negative blockages within inside of us. So it's something that's happening simultaneously. All right? So we're going to sing some songs to Ifa while we prepare the bath. I want everyone to prepare your bath at home. Sing the songs that we're singing by just catching the words that you can catch. All of these songs are, easy to learn. Just try to hum along first, sing it wrong until you can sing it right. Just fake it till you make it. All right. You want to switch bells? You play this part, play that part. Let me use that. That's better for the smaller thing. Yes. Elamadoba ifadea, Elamadoba ifadea, Elamadoba ifadea, Elamadoba ifadea, Elamadoba ifadea, tu sempre, 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 Elamadoba ifadea, tu sempre. Izowologbe beure berioke 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 Izowologbe ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí o ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè. Yeah, come to the other side so you back out to them. Yeah, ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí o. Yeah, ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí o. Yeah, ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí o. Yeah, ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí o. Yeah, ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí o. ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí o. ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí o. ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí o. ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè. ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè. ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè. ìṣòwò ló pé gbé òde bẹ̀rí òpè 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 ìfàjẹyà kérédélé. Èrè máa ló jà 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 ìfàjẹyà kérédélé. Ela modoba ìfàjẹyà tún sẹ́yìn pé. Ela madoba ìfàjẹyà tún sẹ́yìn pé. Ela madoba ìfàjẹyà tún sẹ́yìn pé. Èrè máa ló jà ìfàjẹyà kérédélé. 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 Ela madoba ìfàjẹyà tún sẹ́yìn pé. Ìlọ́wọ́ ló gbé gbé òde bẹ̀bí ó gbé. 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 Ela máa jà ìfàjẹyà kérédélé. Èrè máa ló jà Èrè máa ló jà ìfàjẹyà kérédélé. Ela madoba ìfàjẹyà tún sẹ́yìn pé. Ela madoba ìfàjẹyà really lọ́jà ìfàjẹyà. Àánú ọdún ìrètè ajáre ọdún ìrètè. Ọdún ìrètè ọdún ìrètè. Ọdún ìrètè ọdún ìrètè ajáre tẹ̀jà ọdún ìrètè. Ọdún ìrètè 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 ọdún ìrètè. Ọdún ìrètè. irete, ọdún 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 irete, Shame. Shame. All right. Go ahead. I want you to do it. No, I didn't. Shell. 5. What's the unit there? success, abundantly fortify us, all the good things of life, and build the truth. Maybe now that comes with your wisdom benefits in it. You know, come like, and you use your Ifa. Yes. On behalf of me, we'll use your Ifa sisters here, and you're the one praying. Ifa pau. Sure. Sure. Tó bá sọ́jọ́ aṣọ dáàmú ká tútù àṣekà mú bí òye kò sí ń tó lórun kò lè ṣe ó máa jù tí ń ní alọ́. Àṣẹ o. Èdùmàrè mọ́ jẹ́ sàṣetì láyé. Àṣẹ o. Ọ̀rọ̀ ìbànújẹ́ kan kì í báyọ̀. Àṣẹ. Èjì òye Ifá lóye kúkúrò lórí awo èjì òye. Àṣẹ o. Àṣẹ o. Èyí tí ló fún wa já sí rere wò kàn. Àṣẹ o. Kẹ́rẹ́kẹ́rẹ́ orí mi kásá délé ní kẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀. Kẹ́rẹ́kẹ́rẹ́ orí mi kásá délé ní kẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀. Kẹ́rẹ́kẹ́rẹ́ orí mi kásá délé ní kẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀. Àṣẹ o. Àṣẹ o. Yepa o. Jengede, jengede, jengede. Àṣẹ. Kangere bino saitarubo kangere. Àṣẹ.
Àṣẹ.
Pero koto ni se. Bí ẹ bá lẹ́kẹ́. Àṣẹ o. Àṣẹ o. Nga olóró a ò láṣẹ. Àṣẹ o. Àṣẹ o. Ìpè ní Ifá fi òbí ṣe ìpè. Òyìn ní Ládé fi òbí ṣe òyìn. Àṣẹ.
Àṣẹ.
Àṣẹ. Àṣẹ Ifá. Àṣẹ. Put that to life.
Isso. Outra. Ati você pode de novo. Foi a luta. Açúcar. Olha, pedi pra
Yo
Yo,
ba.
bow.
Kifukanya.
Isso não é feio.
Ifa pau. She.
Xuxa é solução. De volta aqui. De volta aqui. De volta aqui.
Ifa pau. She. She. Putinho. Ara ni Salomo Bautica, Molowo, Tiala, Lawomu. Shell. Yagba, Lomo, Titan, Loto, Takba, Yagba. Ashell. Shell. Enikamo, Baby, Nikomo, Jemmy. Shell. Shell. Yo ba. Ifa pau. Shell. Okay, you can turn this back to me. Thank you, son. Appreciate it. Stay there. All right, everyone. That concludes our session for today. Thank you for joining us. Now we're going to give the offerings for all the people that are here and that are virtually, that are giving offerings today to Ifa. And I pray that Ifa blesses everyone abundantly. All your goals and dreams manifest, that you remain in alignment with your destiny. And every prayer that you say is a prayer that manifests. And we pay homage to our ancestors today. Ashe. Pay homage to all the divine forces that's with us. We pay homage to them, and we cannot do it without you, so we honor you. We pay homage to you today. Ashe. All right, see you next week.